Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing, and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Microsoft Surface Pro 13-inch 12th edition. This just went on sale a few days ago. This is the new consumer version. I have the X2 Elite processor with the 13-inch OLED display, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gig storage. This one comes in at $1,800. Inside the box, have our device on top. We also have our charger in here, the same 39-watt charger that's been coming with a lot of these Surface devices lately, and we still have the proprietary Surface connection here. There's also a tiny bit of paperwork included in the box. Let's go ahead and check out the star of the show here, the 12th edition of the Microsoft Surface Pro 13-inch. This feels very similar to all the past gen Surface Pros. We have our slot in here that you can change the SSD out of this. And that has a nice magnetic connection to it. Have very sturdy kickstand on the back here. Taking a quick physical tour, we have two Type-C ports, both on the left side, and then on the right side, we have that proprietary Surface connection. On the bottom, we have the same usual Surface connectors for the keyboards, and then we have our power button and volume rockers. And we have a single front-facing and rear-facing camera on this. This device actually has one of the better camera setups compared to a lot of other tablets and computers on the market. And now taking our first look at the 13-inch display, we have a 2880 by 1920 resolution, a 120 Hz refresh rate, excellent display on this Surface Pro. We have up to 600 nits of maximum brightness. So even in my bright office environment with windows and studio lighting, I can see the display perfectly well. So first, getting in the face recognition on this. It is very responsive, works far away, close up, at nighttime. Really good face unlock getting into this. And in my first day and a half of usage of this, been really enjoying just doing some web browsing with the smooth refresh rate. This is an excellent feeling tablet experience here. And overall, a pretty smooth software jumping through all my different applications and things. So absolutely love taking advantage of the touchscreen on this. And I've also been using this a fair amount with the official keyboard cover. So this is the same Flex keyboard that has been out for a few generations now. You can also use older gen Surface keyboards with this, and as far as I know, there are no new keyboards or anything to go with this new generation of the Surface Pro, and I can personally attest to this keyboard cover having one of the best feelings overall. Have a great feeling haptic trackpad on this. I would say good enough key size and key travel considering the size of folio we have here. It is also really enjoyable to be able to use this with the Bluetooth style, so you don't have to have it attached all the time, and you can still use the keyboard perfectly fine. And of course, giving your Surface some much needed protection. So even though these keyboards don't come in the box with the Surface Pro, I would say it is definitely a necessity to go alongside this device if you want to make the most of it. Now, in the past day and a half, I've been really enjoying doing some web browsing on this, updating my Excel sheets. The Microsoft apps were great on this. I've also been doing a fair amount of gaming testing to get a gauge for the new graphics in this. So on the CPU side, this is powered by the Snapdragon X2 Elite processor. To be completely honest, I am not pushing this device to its limits on the CPU side. As long as your apps can run on Windows on ARM, then you're going to have absolutely zero issues performance-wise with the CPU on this. However, the GPU is where there is still some limitation on this device, honestly. We have the Adreno X285 GPU in this one. So my main way of testing this out has been running some old school RuneScape since it pushes the graphics. You can see here now that I'm logged in, it's bumped up the usage. Not the most exciting spot in the game, just doing some AFK fishing, but I want to focus on the frames per second here. I'm getting about 70 to 80 frames per second, which doesn't sound all that bad, but after testing this for the past day or so and comparing it to a bunch of different devices, there still seems to be some level of compatibility issues. I can't max out the GPU on this game. I'm only at about 74% usage, when I could definitely be getting more frames per second. I'll show some comparisons here in a minute. Mind you, I currently have the best performance mode turned on, and then things get even worse when you really push this to its limits. If I zoom all the way out in this game, you can see my frames pretty much die off. I'm down to 12 frames per second now when I'm fully zoomed out on the map. it just seems to have given up. It's giving me even less GPU now. You would think it would bump up to 100% to give me the full usage. It's giving me even less usage now. I'm getting much worse frames. And to put this into perspective, if I get out my MacBook Neo now, this is a $500 computer with just a 5-core GPU, much less than any of Apple's other current offerings. You can see I'm getting a smooth 120 frames per second right out the bat here. And also if I go ahead and do that zoom test that I just did on the Surface, fully zoomed out here, it is dropping a little bit. It's going down to about 80. It's fluctuating between 80 and 100 frames per second, but overall much higher than just 12 frames. There is much more graphics capability on some other devices on the market right now. And I understand that not everybody is going to be gaming on these devices necessarily, but when you go to push the graphics on these, let's go ahead and check the GPU usage on this. We're at, okay, see, 98% GPU. This is actually allowing me to use the full GPU. This also runs on ARM. These are both running on ARM. And even though these computers are going to get a lot of praise for a lot of other aspects, I think it is worth noting that on the graphics side, there are definitely still some things that need to be cleaned up on these X Elite processors. But if you don't plan to game on this or do graphically intensive things, then it is still a very viable device. So I definitely want to still give it its time, even though I think it's not going to meet the mark for me personally, just because of those skimped graphics and relative to the price that it is. One of the excellent aspects about the Surface Pro are the cameras. You can film in up to 4K 30 on the rear-facing camera. Looking at the front-facing camera now, this films in 1440p 30. We have a great ultra-wide lens here. I don't have the device that far away from me. If I have it fully extended here, you can see great ultra-wide lens here. One of the bigger strengths of this X Elite processor is the battery life. So taking a look at some of my initial battery usage, we're down to 17% here. Started using it at 10 a.m. It's 2 p.m. now, so 4 hours of usage at maximum brightness. Getting about 4 to 5 hours of heavy usage on this device, I would say, is definitely better than some other options on the market right now. And when it comes to topping this up, I would say charging speeds are adequate on this. I'm getting about 60 watt charging when plugging in my fastest Type-C charger to this. And after a little over an hour, I can get this charged up about 80%. So really not too bad in the charging department. As far as the speakers, we have a dual speaker setup on both of the upper corners of this. I would say the speakers do sound pretty good considering it's a tablet here. Let's go ahead and take a listen. So overall, first impressions, there are a lot of impressive aspects of this new Surface Pro with the X2 Elite processor. Unfortunately, still some limitations on the graphics side if that's important to you. But aside from that, this is an excellent Windows PC tablet experience here, a great display, one of the better tablet keyboard experiences out there with the Flex keyboard and the Slim Pen to go with it. There's a very high entry price to get into this experience overall, but if you are looking for a tablet PC, this is an excellent option overall. But I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on the new Microsoft Surface Pro 13-inch 12th edition in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a like on your way out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.